Welcome to the Good Life, where life is always good. My name is Kurt. I want to thank everyone for joining me on my ride home today. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you could do me a favor, subscribe and like. If you are a returning watcher, welcome back. Well, I am on my way home from work today, and I don't know, about 45 minutes into my journey home. So traffic's moving pretty good. No complaints today. It is what it is. I have roughly a 2-hour drive, so I haven't hopped on in the last couple of weeks or so because just flat out been lazy. No excuse. I did post a video about a week or so ago of my garden, and things are coming along pretty good. I did plant the carrots. I am proud of those. I put the jalapeno peppers in 5-gallon buckets. I put the last of my tomatoes, my black cream or Karen, I'm gonna learn how to pronounce that one day. But oddly enough, when I was going through the germination process with those, something weird happened, and my seed produced 3 different vines. So I was scared to break them up, so I just planted them all in a 5-gallon bucket. So I'm going to put a trellis on that. I haven't done it yet just because I want them to get a little bit taller, and I didn't want to lose them all by trying to break them up. So maybe a dumb decision, but this is my first time having a garden, so I'm doing a lot of experimenting. Next week I'm going to get another bucket, and I'm going to do some relish. I don't know why. I don't eat them. I guess I'll eat them if they're in a salad. Maybe this made me eat more salad. So I love salads, though. Just sometimes I just don't want a salad. But so yeah, that's where the garden stands right now. The potatoes have come through the dirt pretty well. I would do another garden tour, probably not next weekend because I got a lot going on next weekend with football, but maybe that next weekend I'll do another I'll do a garden tour of my mini garden. And something is happening, and I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna have to figure it out, but some of everything is on YouTube. But we may be moving here in a month or so, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to move a garden. And just because I've been doing this for a couple months, I think the best way to do it is to get a bunch of 5-gallon buckets and put everything in buckets and keep them in the buckets until the end of the season, because I don't want to have to put them in a bucket and then turn around and put them in the ground. So I am going to bring my raised bed with me. I'm not going to leave that at all. So at that point there, I may start something else in the ground, well, in the raised bed. Not quite sure, even though I may just wait until late summer, early fall to plant something out there, or I just may do stuff that I can harvest pretty quick. And I know the two things that harvest pretty quick is spinach and radish, but I don't know if those two can grow together, but I'll just have to figure that out here. One thing this gardening has done for me, it has put me in a better headspace. When you are up under some type of stress and you just feel like the weight of the world is on your back, you have to find something to turn to that can help you. And for me, I didn't expect for gardening to become that, but this really ties in with May being Mental Health Month, or Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm taking all of that and I'm just applying it to gardening. When I'm out there in my garden, I have a different energy. I go outside, I turn on the TV, or I put some music on in my ear, or even turn on YouTube and just listen as I garden. Like I said, I never thought that gardening would be that, but for me, that used to be running when I was running marathons, and having that purpose every single day to get out and run, and with gardening, with running, there's a lot of sacrifice. There are times when it's hot or it's cold, it can be rainy. I would go out there and I would run because I knew what I had to do to reach my goals. And gardening now has turned to that. Yes, I love going home and my wife and my kids are there. That excites me as well. But I come in, kiss my wife, speak to the kids, sit down, talk to my wife about her day and my day, and not long after that, I'm outside. Even if I'm just looking at the garden, I'm happy. It puts me in a good headspace. But it's hard for me to go out there and not do something. Even if it's just to stick my finger in the dirt to see if it's dry, or maybe move the buckets over a little bit to get a little bit more sunshine. So that's what gardening has done to me. Is, like I said, put me in a headspace, and we all go through things, and I know for some people that mental issues turns to alcohol and drugs, and but for some people it turns to the Bible, or it turns to exercise. It can be music, but find something to grab onto that will help you through those tough moments. We're always going through something. We're always looking for something, but it is important that we have something that can take our minds off of whatever we may be going through. There are mental health professionals all over. Our jobs, through our insurance, most jobs, if not, I'm not saying every job, but they have some type of EAP program where you can go to therapy, and with hours we get 8 a year, but with that 8 is 8 per issue. So, for example, if I gambled and I had a addiction to that, I can use 8 on gambling, and then let's say that after gambling I I become depressed because I'm not gambling anymore. Well, I got 8 on that, and then after that, if I have just whatever issue, it's 8 per. And the last time I was in therapy about a year ago, I thought it was just 8 for the year. So I was trying to cram all my different issues into those 8 sessions, and I never felt complete. I never felt that I had drained myself emotionally, because it was just I just had so much. It's almost like playing bingo, and the ball's in the machine, and they're just going every which way, and every which way. Don't worry, I'm at a stop sign. Well, at a stoplight, every which way, and all of a sudden a ball pops up. Okay, take that ball off I-19, and that's how it was with me last time I was in therapy. It was just so much. It seemed like the weight of the world, and I was just trying to get as many issues into those 1 hour sessions. So now that I know I get 8 per issue, and I hope the lady that I had the last time, I'm gonna have to go look at her website to see what all she covers, because I want to stick with one. I'm not going to have an addiction to gambling. I'm not going to become a drug addict. I'm not going to become an alcoholic. So those type of things I don't care about, because that's just not going to be me. But yeah, there's just so much that that if we look through our work benefits, I'm pretty sure that that your job does have some type of EAP program that you can reach out. And I know sometimes we can turn to our friends and family to talk to them, but for me, speaking to a professional that has studied that, now even though I know there are people who just have the natural gift of talking, those kind of people are absolutely great. But sometimes you can talk to someone in essentially a judge-free zone. So yeah, so I just wanted to hop on and say, hey, what's up, and kind of give an update on where I'm going with my garden, and talk a little bit about mental health, with this being Mental Health Awareness Month. And each time that I come on in this month, I'm going to talk about mental health. Oh, also, my wife and I, we're having a date night tonight. We're going to the Improv to see Arnez J. And I remember back in the Def Comedy Jam days, I really wasn't a big fan of his, but over the years, he's kind of warmed up on me. So I'm excited about that. Anytime that my wife and I can go out on a date and we can dress up and look nice and just laugh and have a good time. Yeah, that's good. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and this weekend is also Mother's Day. So reach out to, doesn't have to be your mother. It can be it can be an aunt, it can be a cousin, it can be a sister, just that woman figure in your life that really got you through tough times. And my wife's mother is in Canada, so she sent her something the other day, and my mother is here, so we're going to take my parents out to dinner on Sunday, and I got my wife a gift, and I'm not going to say what it is, just in case she she listens and she hears what I got her. But I think she'll like it. And at one time, I really wasn't a gift giver. I was a lazy gift giver. But now, when it comes to these occasions or just spontaneous, I do a little digging or a little homework, just kind of finding out what she likes, and I just go from there. So that's what I did with this one, and so yeah. So to you mothers out there and all you mother figures, have a happy and blessed Mother's Day weekend, and much love to you. And I will get with you guys next time. Peace out.